Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Edey can't hit. Harden left side. Pass to Leonard. Harden outside. Screen by Leonard. Offline with his three. And the Grizzlies with possession. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. Desmond Bane was the topic. and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bain is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bain is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Leonard. Following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Harden, that's good.
And that time, converting off the catch. Harden showing a little bit of everything tonight.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Heaney. Outside for Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Some changes for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Coffey. Over to the left wing. Los Angeles with another miss. Kennard on the wing. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Down low. Here's Leonard. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. To the inside. Pass to Steffens. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Leonard. It's stolen by Aldama. It's 2-on-1. Memphis moving that ball around. It's good.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Still scoreless. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And when Harden notices a lane to the basket, he takes it. Relentless in how he exploits the defense.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Marvin Bagley the third. Jackson.
1:10 left in the first quarter. Pass to Zubac. Harden outside. And here's Leonard. Kennard covering. Here's Zubac. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's Bagley. A second chance effort. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Zubac's no good. Now Aldama. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Grizzlies shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And both free throws good for Aldama. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies lead by 3. And we'll be back with you right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Clippers. They trail by 3. Outside, Batum. To the paint. 4 on the clock. Here's Dunn. Second shot opportunity. And Batum finishes inside. Batum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Clippers.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Wells in the corner. Launches a 3.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
That one falls.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Heaney. Jackson has the open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Again, the Clippers.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
From about 19 feet, Edey can't hit. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now,
though?
What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Outside, Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I want to see more of this. Bogdan getting assertive and just forcing his will on the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Here's Huff. They get it back. They need this. Going inside.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Here's Batum, and Pippen pulls it down. Memphis trailing here. And Aldama slams it in.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Batum. He's got 6. Count it. Batum's got 8 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Aldama. Batum with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Batum scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Here's Coffee. That 3 off the mark. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Clippers on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Another shot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Zubac has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
How about the authority from Moran? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
To the middle. Here's Zubac. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Grizzlies making a switch here. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Well, from the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Now, here's Leonard. Here's Simmons. No good. Shot missing. Here's Edey. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Edey's got 8 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Outside, Simmons. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the three. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Grizzlies trailed by 3. And a wide open look for Bane. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Bane's got himself on the board with 3 there. Right side, Leonard. Pass to Coffey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbounds. Well done.
Outside Leonard. Simmons left side. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Memphis leading. Stolen away. Bogdanovich with it. Picked up by Bagley. It's Bogdanovich on the wing.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And here is Los Angeles now. Inside. And Batum throws it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Pippen. The Clippers grab the miss.
That's his third personal foul.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
At the line for L.A., Patty Mills. One
Free throw good. Mills. The Clippers in the lead. In the corner, Eubanks with it. Nice move. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Memphis with the ball. Here's Wells. Offensive rebound. To the inside. Jackson. Yep, it counts. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Batum. In the corner, Eubanks with it. Good on the triple. Eubanks got 7.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
34.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Jackson, that's good.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Done outside. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. They lead by 4. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Here's Bain. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Howell with the screen. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Edey can't hit. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Leonard finagling one in close.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
And it's good for 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Pass to Zubac. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Grizzlies ball.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Shot from the inbound. And Morant finishes inside. Morant's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Harden left side. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Coffee. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by Jackson. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Now, this is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Outside Leonard. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. Edey with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And then Morant slams it in.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Edey. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
If you want a t-shirt, come on and make some noise.
Grizzlies making a switch here. In the corner, Harden. Over Morant. Harden, no good. Wells with it. And it's Morant at the elbow. Pass to Huff. From downtown. And the 3-ball is good.
3-point basket.
And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Morant. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Morant with the steal. Here he goes. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so the Grizzlies take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy, And Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Here's Edey, and he dunks it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Fox sinks that one from the post. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. Memphis shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Free throw good. Edey. So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. Back to Wembanyama.
Grizzlies foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the drive. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a big man who moves like a guard, Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
It's Morant with the drive.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. The three-pointer is right on target. Wembanyama's got 5 points so far. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Fox. Here he goes. Rebounded by Jackson. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Of course, Ja Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Morant. Rebound, San Antonio.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open.
San Antonio making a switch here. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. They trailed on one. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, Victor Wembanyama, a thunderous finish there.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Right wing. Here's Edey. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Edey's got 6. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
And stolen by Barnes. Inside. And again, Victor Wembanyama. 11 points in the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Morant. Buries it down low.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Paul left side. Here's Castle. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Jackson in the corner. Offline with his 3. Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And that's 13 points for Victor Wembanyama. On the wing, Bane. For the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Castle. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
The kick out to Fox. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Now here's Morant. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Pass to Sohan. Back to Fox. Shot clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass. Fox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Now here's Morant. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. A nice shot by Huff.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Nice move. Fox, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA, thanks. Now, here's Fox. 8 points for him. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick-and-roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Nobody near Barnes. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Over to the left wing. To the inside. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. Barnes can't get it to go. 1:37 left to play here in the half. And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Barnes. Jacks up a 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Castle misses. Memphis trailing here. To the middle. Here's Aldama. Rebounded by Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. Spurs passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vassell. Hits it from 3-point range. Vassell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Payne for 3. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10.
Oh, and a terrific pass. Takes so much pride in his ability to make his teammates better.
And Aldama has it in the corner. Right side Bane gets the 14-footer to fall.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to. Tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
It's deflected. Outside, Fox. Shot clock at 5. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Bain with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Wells. Pass to Aldama. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Wembanyama. Here's the teardrop. Edey with the rebound. The Grizzlies trailed by 9 and stolen by Vassell. And here's the break. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Down low. Here's Wells. And that one is good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Here's Edey. And another shot. And here is Wells. Here's Edey, covered by Barnes. Here's Wells. They get the rebound.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And stolen by Barnes. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Great positioning on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Going and getting it. Some high-effort play there from Fox.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Outside, Bane. Out left to the wing. Here's Huff. And again, Memphis no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Sohan. Wembanyama with it. And it's San Antonio with another.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
To the right side. Huff. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Wembanyama left side. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Spurs. Now Paul. Nothing on the board. Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Paul. Here's Wembanyama with plenty of space. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A 12-point game. It's in and good for his sixth field goal in 10 attempts.
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Paul outside. Here's Champagnie. The three-pointer no good. The Grizzlies trail by 10 to the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. The kick out to Fox. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis with the ball. On the wing, Williams. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Morant throws it down.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. changing it up here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, the defense has got to play him a lot tighter there. He's just too good of a three-point shooter.
How about the authority from Moran? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Paul with the ball. Barnes left side to the inside. Wembanyama. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Wembanyama's got 14 points now in the second half. The kick out to Bane. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Morant left side. Here's Wells. To rebound by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Wembanyama looking it over. The kick out to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Here's Morant. And again, unable to change momentum here. Spurs leading by 14. Here's Fox. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Castle. And here's Barnes for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're behind by 17. Here's Morant. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
It's Vassell on the wing. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trailed by 15. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
That one good for 2. And the Spurs lead by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
Here's Fox. The layup off target. Wells with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Over in the corner, Barnes. No good on the three. On the wing, Jackson. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Paul with the three. No good there. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks.
Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. Pass to Doncic. Hayes with a screen to the middle. They double him with White. Hachimura with room to shoot. And he buries his first look.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Hayes up top. Back to Reeves. For three, James. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Outside, Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now, here is James. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Excellent decision from James. He's all for whipping passes to uncover teammates.
Here's Tatum. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Hayes. Banked it in off the glass. Hayes has gotten his second bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Back to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Up and over Doncic. Brown, no good. And so it's the Lakers with it. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's James. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
They get it again. The kick out to White.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And another shot. It doesn't go for him. Hachimura with the defensive effort. So it's Los Angeles now. Here's Hayes. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. 4-3. Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the 3. Tatum's got 5 now.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Hayes for 3. Pure from three-point range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
The Lakers in the lead. Doncic with it. Still no points. Hachimura outside. Hachimura sets a screen. Pass to Hayes. The three-pointer off the mark. The Celtics on offense. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
13. The Celtics, 13.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
And Boston has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. To the paint. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And so Tatum nails both of them. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things, and when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Here's Brown. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Tatum. Five to shoot. Here's Brown.
Oh, wow. Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
So it's the Lakers now. Here's Lynn. Vincent outside. Back to Lynn. Wide open. Boston pulls it in.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And you see the awareness Connect has a good understanding for when his guys are open.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's the screen. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. And so it's the Lakers with it. From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, the explosiveness from Luka.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the three. Needs to keep doing this now.
Pass to Shireman. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Back to Horford. Got it. Good job in the low post. Horford's got his first basket. Los Angeles leading by 3. Doncic right side. To the right side. For 3. Lynn inside. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 3. Horford pulls it in. Celtics trail by 3. Craig attacking. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Hauser. He's scoreless. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Craig. Over Vanderbilt. Craig no good. Now Los Angeles with it. Here's Goodwin. Here's Lynn. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the contest. And the technical free throw is good. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hauser. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Pass to Connect. Outside Vanderbilt. There's a screen. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Lakers on top. They're up by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak. In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Tatum. Porzingis for 3. Oh, the deep ball from Porzingis.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Pass to Doncic. And here's Hachimura. Now James. He's guarded by White. Here's Reeves. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
James outside. Now here's Hayes. Back to James. Yes! He's still got it! LeBron!
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Here's Holiday. The shot comes out. Los Angeles leading by 4. It's James on the wing. Kicks it to Doncic. Beyond the arc. Hauled in by Brown.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
It's Brown on the wing. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Pass to James. Offline with a 3. And Tatum, here we go. White for 3. And Reeves pulls it down.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that player.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Back to James. Pass to Reeves. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 3. Right side Brown. Outside Porzingis. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. The Lakers with the ball. Hachimura with the ball. From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
And give Luka the ball, and you know what happens next. Instantly, he finds the shot.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Doncic. Hachimura outside. Here's Reeves. Again, the Lakers. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. 8-point game. Out to the right wing. Here's Shireman. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Shireman's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Cornette. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter here. Out to Hachimura.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
27 seconds left in the third. Doncic left side. Inside. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
That's the kind of head fake that'll give a guy whiplash.
He sells it all the way, right? Highly effective.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And the basket by Hachimura.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, ending the quarter up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. The Lakers lead by 10. James outside. Hayes with a screen. Oh, it's stolen away. Tatum with it. Now Doncic defending. Kick out to Brown. Pass to Cornette. Knocked loose. It's stolen by James. Moving it up. Here's the floater. Hachimura left side. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boston ball. Celtics substitution. Kristaps Porzingis.
Celtics trail by 10. It's Holiday with a drive. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And Los Angeles making a change here. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Substitution on the court.
Here's James. Pass to connect. Doncic with it. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
And here's Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Show some love and the Laker Girls dance team.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 9. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. The layup misses. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Pass to Porzingis. The 3 is up. Outside Holiday. Now here's Tatum. No good from outside.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Hachimura outside. Back to James. Double team on James. And here's Reeves outside. Hits a three-pointer. And it's a 12-point Laker lead. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Pass to James. Shoots over Brown. Again, the Lakers score.
That in-between distance is a tough one to master. Not for LeBron, though.
Here's Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. White on the wing. Outside Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Porzingis misses.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And here's Reeves outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Doncic outside. James can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 15.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Lakers.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Luka Doncic.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Third team foul.
The kick out to White. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Los Angeles ball.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Lakers lead by 21.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Out to James. Pass to Reeves. It's hauled in by White. To the inside. Porzingis. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
That's his second personal foul. The fourth team foul.
"20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. James inside. Fade away. Rebound Boston. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. It'll be the Cavaliers off the tip. Pass to Garland. Outside Mitchell. Back to Garland. Outside Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
The drive by Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
Here's Garland. Tatum pulls it in. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Inside. Here's Strus. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. On defense, the Celtics. Deflected by White. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Off the inbound pass. Pass to Garland. Mobley outside. Mitchell with the ball. He's guarded by White. Mobley on a screen. From the elbow. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
He drops it from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
It's stolen by Holiday. Mobley grabs the board. Right side Mitchell to the paint. Back to Mobley from behind the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. To the middle. White, good. White's got 5.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
Knocks down the triple.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game. The way he wiggles in and out of the lane, it is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader.
And here's Strus outside. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great dime right there.
Tatum from long range. And he can't get that one.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Mobley down low. Pass to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Mitchell. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Porzingis. Now White. "50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Mitchell up top. Yet to see a basket. Out to Mobley. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Back to Tatum. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He buries it from 3.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Pass to Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
Can he?
Count it!
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they have the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Got a piece of it. The 3. Pass to Strus. Another shot. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Boston again missing. And here comes Cleveland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
Cornette sets a screen. To the paint. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Cleveland leading by 3. Here's Mitchell. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Craig. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go. We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Garland scanning the floor. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Missed inside. Pass to Strus. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Allen outside. Back to Strus. Right side Mitchell. Over White. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Mitchell's got 6.
Showing off his skills as a shooter. Mitchell knocking down that mid-range look.
Cornette sets a screen. Here's Pritchard. Outside Craig. White for 3. Strus grabs the miss. And it's Cleveland's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
So both free throws good from Allen. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Mitchell on the drive. And Mitchell with the slam.
I see you, Mr. Mitchell. Now look, for a 6'1" guard, this man can absolutely fly.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston making a switch here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Holiday. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Jumps up. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Will it go? Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
The Cavaliers lead by 11. Now Garland. Still no points. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
56 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Porzingis. This one for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 5.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
No good on that one. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Jrue Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Jrue, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
And he nails the third. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Outside Mitchell. The 3. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
Whether he's initiating the offense or playing off the ball, Mitchell is equally effective.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum with a screen. On the wing, Tatum. Jacks up a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Here's Wade. Fires from way outside. And we finished off one half of play. Cleveland on top. They lead by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Celtics trail by 11. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Here's White, and he lays it up and in. White's got 7.
That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. White with the steal.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Cavaliers lead by 7. Here's Jerome. He's scoreless. Hunter on the wing. Beyond the arc. Offensive board. Poke loose. Pass to Porzingis. Running the floor. Porzingis caps off the break.
And look at Porzingis hustling in transition, getting there to complete the fast break.
Now here's Merrill. Right side, Hunter. Let's go with a 3. Unable to get that one. Celtics trail by 5. Down low. From the right block. Outside White. Pass to Brown. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Brown's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And here's Holiday. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Wow, Porzingis with the triple.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
That ties it up. White's got 11 points.
And put it on a platter. Holiday serving it up for his teammate.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Boston making a switch here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. On the wing, Mitchell. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. 18 points for him.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots. He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
2 minutes.
And here are the Celtics. They're on a 16-6 run. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Outside Garland. It's stolen by Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday, showing up the defense with a jam.
Outside for Mitchell. On the wing, Strus. Cleveland again missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And so it's Cleveland with it. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Pass to Garland. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Garland's got his first bucket in this one.
He doesn't waste any time right there thinking about it. Garland gets that hot pass and he moves.
Here's the break. Pushing it up now. And Allen gets it to go. Allen's got 10.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
They kick it out to Porzingis. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell showing some muscle.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Holiday from long range. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Here's the three. Inside. Back to Porzingis. It'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Garland. On the wing, Mitchell. Outside, Strus. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell double team. Out to Garland. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
So it's Boston now. Pass to Pritchard. There's the triple. Can't get it to drop. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell at close range. Effortless.
Whatever he lacks in size, Mitchell makes up with craftiness. It allows him to be effective inside.
Craig with it. Back to Tatum. Now here's Horford. Hey, Horford from range.
Nice to have a big man you can count on to hit that shot. Makes the offense much more diverse.
Outside for Mitchell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, "You're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end." Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Both good from the line that time. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Cleveland leading by 4. It's stolen by Holiday. Left side, Brown. The three-pointer off the mark. On the wing, Strus. Outside for Mitchell. Outside Garland. Pass to Strus. From downtown. Sinks it from distance.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
On the wing, Tatum. Now Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Brown very confident in that jumper of his.
The Cavaliers leading. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Garland on the drive. Outside Mitchell. Back to Mobley. Outside Mitchell. Three-pointer. Porzingis grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
A nice shot by Tatum.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 11. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. 1:57 left to play in the 4th. Here's Mitchell.
And you want more of this from Tatum, able to make an impact on defense with this kind of activity.
And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Left side, Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Outside Tatum. Left side Porzingis. Porzingis putting the size to work.
And it's Porzingis at 7'3", a monster to go to late in the game.
Outside Garland. He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. To take the lead. And connect from downtown.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Out to Garland. Launches it. The rebound, Celtics.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
It's stolen away.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And here are the Celtics. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And here's Brown for three. And the Celtics another three.
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
Out to Garland. Over Holiday. Cleveland again missing. On the wing, Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J.
3 points.
Deflects the pass. So we see the Celtics get the win here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Down low. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Buzelis' shot is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
To the middle. Here's Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Hayes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Back to ball. Taken away by Hayes. And it's the Lakers on the break. And that one's good. James.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
LeBron James on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. James has got 5.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Outside, ball. Inside. Out to White. 6 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get a shot off. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Timeout. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chicago making a switch here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
How about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
The kick out to Ball. To the paint. Vucevic. It's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers leading by 3. And it's Hachimura in the corner. A second chance effort. And it's good on the way up. Hachimura's got 5 now.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Doncic with it. Williams picks him up. Here's LeBron. Fires the 3. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Oh, you gotta run LeBron off the ball there.
On the wing, Williams. Outside, ball. Pass to Giddey. Knocks it loose. James looking it over. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the board.
51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. LeBron right side. The offensive rebound. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Over White. And that one's good. Doncic.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Outside, White. Will it go? It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's James. Rebound by Smith.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Williams gets the bucket.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Doncic outside. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can. Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Williams with the defensive effort. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. The shot by Buzelis, no good. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The kick out to Ball. Stolen by Len. Doncic outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Buzelis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 9 points.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Reeves outside. And the layup falls. Reeves has got his first basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power, not just going for the layup, solid at throwing it down deep inside.
And Doncic gets it to go.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Giddey, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. Lakers leading by 8. It's stolen by Buzelis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
Ball from long range. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. From outside, off the mark. Bulls trail by 10. Over in the corner, White. It's good from long range.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Kicks it out to James. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Good, and the assist goes to James. Finney-Smith's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Lakers.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
On the wing, Reeves. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Reeves has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Buzelis. Clock at 6. Here's Giddey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Alex Len picks one up. The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And both free throws good for Giddey. And it's Connect in the corner. Fades back. And no good.
and the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Ball with it. Down low. Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
To the inside. And it's Goodwin missing. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 5-point game. Buzelis' shot is good.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Los Angeles leading by 3. Vincent up top. Banked in off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ball's got 8 points.
Yeah, I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Here's Connect. Giddey defending. Here's Vincent. Chicago grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
A three-pointer is right on target. Vincent's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Just 5 on the clock. Off target at the rim. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Attention fans, now on the court is your high squad.
Here's Reeves. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. And LeBron throws it down.
Oh, big night for LeBron. I mean, what's new?
Vucevic.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
First free throw is good. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career, but the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Back to Giddey. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. White drives in. The kick out to Ball. The three-pointer, no good. Pass to Hachimura. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Vucevic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Vucevic has got 8.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
And it's White missing. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. For the lead, nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Here's White. No good on the last second attempt there. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Lakers lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So it's the Lakers now. They've led by as much as 10. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Giddey. Poked loose. Reeves outside. James in the post. James gets inside and finishes.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Giddey, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Hachimura. Doncic outside. There's the three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trailed by 7. Now Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And they double up Doncic. And it's Hachimura in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And the Lakers lead by 8.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Let's see what we got.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Once again, your Laker girls and team.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go with a 3. Lakers leading by 8. Doncic with it. Defended by Jones. Back to Reeves. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Back to White. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Doncic left side. Just 5 to shoot. Hachimura no good. And Vucevic has got the ball here for Chicago. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Buzelis. Kicks it out to Jones. And the 3 off target.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Bulls trail by 8. 3 on 3. Buzelis, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. James with it. Defended by Giddey. And LeBron throws it down.
Watch out. LeBron's on the move, and he's not going to be denied.
Doncic outside. James outside. Chicago grabs the miss. And Jones has it in the corner. Connects from three-point range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Los Angeles leading by 7. On the wing, Doncic. Forcing his way inside, Doncic.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Bulls making a switch here.
Number 2, Lonzo Ball.
To the middle. Pass to Vucevic. It's White on the wing. The kick out to Ball. Off target with his three. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Here's LeBron. Out to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Giddey. Bulls moving the ball around. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Doncic with it. Fires from way outside. Off the mark. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van